Hello and welcome back to another WorldBox video. Today we are going to have one Immortal Demigod fight 100 geniuses. So let's real quick give them their traits. For the Demigod, we have Immortal, Healing Aura, Lucky, and Blessed. Let's go give him that real quick. There we go. And for the geniuses, we're just going to give them Genius because they've got 100 times more people. Now, do keep in mind there is only a chance that they pass these traits on to their children. It is not guaranteed, and it depends on the trait. So not everyone is going to be immortal over here in this nation, and yes, one person can reproduce in this game. Okay, let's get this started. Geniuses have already built another little colony. Meanwhile, Immortal is getting their first few people. Geniuses are doing very well on land expansion, but their population isn't actually going up that much faster than the Immortals. Immortals have finally built a second village. They just had to get their population up in the first place. Now geniuses are doing a good job expanding their population significantly faster than the Immortals, which means they will have better technology than the Immortals. Let's see what traits a random person has in the Immortal Kingdom. Just strong here. So you can see the traits aren't always passed down. This guy doesn't have any traits at all. And let's try you. You're actually a giant and you must be a child, but he never attacks first. Interesting. And the thing with geniuses is their population goes up way faster in the first place because of their brains. And look at all these other traits he's gained over the years. Now he has Wise and Golden Tooth as well, which makes him better at diplomacy, and Wisdom also helps him at diplomacy, which is really gonna help him keep this nation together and be able to grow it. Looks like the geniuses have almost maxed out their area. Now I'm not going to break down the wall as soon as they max out the population they can get in their area. I'm going to do that once the Immortals do that as well. Now, don't worry, this doesn't mean that they won't get their right advantage. They are going to have technology that is leaps and bounds ahead of the Immortals. Geniuses have completely taken over their area, and it looks like their population is gonna max out around 4,300-ish. Okay, this looks like pretty much where the Immortals cap out on population, maybe a bit more than this, and the Geniuses capped out at a population a lot higher than I thought they would over a long period of time. I'm going to open it up now and let's see them fight. Geniuses immediately after I add this dirt path here decide, let's declare war on the Immortals. Let's see what happens. They are strategically placing their army right on the border. That is one large army. They got a guy here with Lucky and Wise, Gluttonous, okay. The Geniuses are going to war against the Immortals. The Geniuses make the first move, sending some people into their nation, but the Immortals are also sending people into the Geniuses nation at the same time. It definitely looks like the Geniuses had their army placed closer to the border here, and I think they can also shoot arrows over the wall, so that's going to be important because you can see these guys here are shooting arrows over the wall, just raining havoc on this town. Meanwhile, they don't really have any soldiers to protect themselves over there. And over here, it's looking like World War III just broke out. There's a house on fire. There's like 1,000 people fighting. It looks like the Geniuses are winning because they're taking over territory, but the Immortals are also sending more reinforcements in. But the Geniuses look like they have another 1,000 troops that are about to come in here. What is happening? The Geniuses took over a small patch of land, and the Immortals are losing population, while the Geniuses are also technically losing population, but much less. Look at this. There are so many people on such a small amount of land that you can't even tell who's from what army. And do the Immortals not even have bows developed? Because if they don't have bows developed, then they are completely done for. You need bows to win a war like this, and if that's what's going on here, then the Immortals are just done for. Their population has dropped by like 1,000 since the last time I saw them, and I think that's almost entirely soldiers. So it looks like the Immortals are going to lose this one then. So let's give them a hand, okay? Let's say the Demigod's father just went ahead and came in, and let's just place him right here, and then I think he should become a part of the Immortals then. And he already spawned in Giant, and he's got Miracle Born, so let's go ahead and give him some more powers. We're just gonna have him help out. He's a genius. He's got a healing aura, Immortal, Lucky. He's blessed, and then we want to go down here, and we want him to have Death Nuke, and we want him to have have super health, veteran, wise, dragon slayer, king slayer. Let's just give him all of that, and bam. Okay, now let's slow this down to 1 times real quick. Yep, okay. They are on the purple side, and they don't have any gear, but they're running right into the geniuses, okay? I just gave them a little bit of a hand. Let's call this the father, or I guess in this case, it's the mother. And look at all those traits that they were given / they have. Let's see what they do. All right, they're going in, and they're getting hammered by arrows. I think all that's really gonna help here is actually the expanded health pool. Looks like they are doing some damage. Oh, they're already dead, and they death nuked them. And it looks like they mostly hit the genius's army, but man, that is not really going to help overall. And then we got the Immortals over here. They got their king just over here in this group. Where is their king? There he is. He's right there, and they're starting to come in, and it looks like they got all the way up to iron, and he's still got a lot of health left. I didn't give him super health because he's blessed and he has all these traits, and he's just so darn old. But doesn't look like he's gonna make it all that much longer. He's just getting absolutely hammered by this group, and he is fighting back some, but that is just not nearly enough against all these guys. He's got like 100 people attacking just him. Come on, Immortal, fight back. Oh no. Wow, this kind of goes on forever. I guess it's because they're not hitting him with bows. I think he just died. Yeah, I think that's it for him. They just lost their king, so they lost their huge influence over them here. And the geniuses are gaining population now, and the Immortals are losing population. I think we know how this is gonna go because the Immortals basically have no army left and no Immortal left. So let's turn this on Sonic Speed and just see the overview here. I even gave them a pretty big helping hand, and they were not able to come back from this. And they don't even have bows. So how were they supposed to win this in the first place? I'm surprised they're claiming any land back here. Although that land has no people in it, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. They depopulated this village. They fought over it so much, and I believe that was actually the Immortals' starting village, so that's important. The Immortals just now chose a new king, and I can't imagine that he's as strong as their old king, and I don't think anyone would have replaced the king if he was still standing, but he died. The geniuses had to get rid of him and his immortality. He was just too strong to be left alive. And there go the last Immortals. There's that land, 2 more left, and it's gone. And that's all for today's video. If you guys liked this video, make certain to subscribe for more. I'm a fairly new channel. Thanks, guys. Bye!